Many Stockton parents were outraged Friday after Board of Education member Langlun Tao posted this on Facebook. He said 4 of his fellow board members voted to reject the suspension of classes. That's leading people to ask, are the schools going to reopen during the pandemic?
Most school systems also have to declare a formal emergency and declare that schools are closed. And that's what we hoped that we would do last night.
Luntao says some programs require such a declaration.
There are a number of our programs that require a formal closure resolution to be able to seek resources. So the one example is our early child care centers. Because the school board, 4 people on the school board voted that down last night, it puts that into question.
But Scott McBrien, another board trustee on the other side of the issue, said this has all been mischaracterized.
We never rejected the suspension of classes. We rejected a resolution that was not written properly that does discuss the school closure. So I want to make that extremely clear.
He says no one wants to see the schools reopen.
I concurred that we really needed to take adequate precautions and that we had to err on the side of safety. So everybody has been in agreement that I know of that we needed to shut the schools down.
He says the board plans on fixing the resolution and meeting again to hold another vote soon.